everyone, it's Naturopathic Dr.Anca Martalog, founder of Progressive Medicine Center in Richmond Hill, where for the last 20 years we've been helping this community heal and prevent chronic diseases and life-threatening ones with natural medicine. And today I'd like to share with you the three main naturopathic principles that changed my life, and it may help you, guide you in dealing with your next healing crisis. At 21 years of age, I was a student in a pre-meds program at the University of Toronto, enjoying learning and partying in my spare time like all the students did. Until one day when I found a very small pea-sized lump in my right breast. I didn't think much of it, but just in case, I decided to check it out with my family doctor. I was speechless when she diagnosed it as breast cancer, but the real shock came when she advised me to cut off my breasts as a preventative measure. Now, I wasn't that well informed and I didn't know much about health at the time, but my common sense told me that that wasn't going to be the right solution for me. So I searched for a second opinion, and in searching for the solution for this problem, I somehow discovered naturopathy. And it's the three main principles of naturopathic medicine that I'd like to share with you today that helped me change my life, because that's when I decided to dedicate my life to its study and practice. So the first principle is treat the cause of disease by identifying and removing the underlying root causes, not just suppressing symptoms. So the best example of this I can give you is, for example, if you have headaches. If your headache is in the top of the head, for example, it might point to a dysfunction or disbalance of the liver. If your headache is frontal, you might want to investigate what's going on with your stomach. If your headache is at the back, more tension-like, it might indicate that you are too stressed out and you might want to do something about that. If your headache is more nauseating type, it might mean that your hormonal system needs to be checked out. The second principle is heal the whole person through individualized treatment. We human beings are complex individuals that have multiple levels, physical, mental level, emotional level, spiritual, etc. So we need, during the healing process, we need to acknowledge all these levels because they are interconnected and they work mutually exclusive. The best way to explain this principle is actually by quoting the Greek philosopher Aristotle, who coined the phrase, "The whole is greater than the sum of its parts." And this demonstrates that the body, the human body, is not a machine, it's not like a car. You cannot just look at its individual parts, because all these parts work synergistically. And the best example in medicine is cancer. For example, removing the tumor surgically may give you temporary relief, but long-term good prognosis means that you have to consider the whole body and look at the whole body and what's happening during the cancer process. For example, from a naturopathic point of view, cancer appears in an individual who is highly toxic and very low in immunity. So you need to look at this, both problems and more in a case of a cancer individual. The third principle is called vis medicatrix naturae, and it's twofolded. It means that you need to support the healing power of the body and also work with the healing power of nature. Now we need to acknowledge that the body has its own healing ability, and when you provide with the right nutrients, when you provide the right building blocks, the right nutrients, and when you are able to absorb these nutrients, your body can self-heal. For example, everything regenerates in your body. Anything from skin that takes 28 days to regenerate to bones that take about 5 years. Liver, for example, takes about 6 weeks, kidneys about 4 weeks, and everything else in between. Of course, this doesn't happen overnight, and it might take some time and some help, but that is the natural process of the body. The second part of this third principle is that we need to work with the natural power of nature. And what that means that we as human beings have developed over the millions of years that we've been on this planet, we have developed biochemical mechanism that can deal well with plants and herbs, because we have grown with them, along with them, through our own evolution. Drugs, on the other side, have been developed, they're chemical, and they have been developed in the last hundreds of years or so. So we as human beings do not have the mechanism to process them properly. And that's why we come up with side effects and many other things. So I hope these three main principles can guide you in your next healing crisis. And if you would like to know more and learn how naturopathy can help you more, please visit my blog at www.Dr.Anca.com.